and welcome to your 7-day forecast with AngelicAscensions. Hope all is genuinely well. This may be a reading that may resonate with you if you happen to have Aries in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus dominant in your natal chart, 7th house placement, or if you happen to be cross-watching for an Aries. Just a few things to keep in mind, Aries Nation, as you listen to this reading. Understand, Aries Nation, that this reading is general. We're going to go over some topics that are not a match to your story, but we're guaranteed to touch on some things that are. I always invite you to listen to the reading with an open mind. Sometimes the reading may not initially resonate because it hasn't had a chance to happen yet. Even though you hear me calling this a 7-day forecast, it's a given that not everything happens at the exact same time for everyone. So be patient. Let the reading play out. For some of you, this isn't your reading and I'm not speaking to you at all. So please have the discernment and the discretion to know the difference right away. Please don't jump to any type of conclusions based on what you hear from a general reading. Lastly, Aries Nation, we're going to go over some topics that might be sensitive. If you're not into sensitive material, or that's not the type of reading that you came in search of, please go ahead and click off. Otherwise, those of you who are ready to roll with me, let's dive right into this and let's see what's getting ready to go down in your situation, Aries Nation. Holy Spirit, show me the Aries. What's going on with Aries Nation? Aries, it looks like you have a lot of love for someone. I see that. And it seems like there's... Okay. The name... Faith. Gotta hold some type of relevance in your situation. Vanity. There might be someone that is... I didn't say here that you are in love with someone. Someone could be a high-profile individual. You could be dealing with someone that likes attention. But I think that you're in love with someone, and the problem is that this person has been careless with your feelings. Whether this is a platonic love that I'm speaking of, or this is a romantic situation, I still feel that it holds some type of significance in some type of way. I think you might be feeling hurt about something, about a relationship in particular. For some of you, this is an intimate relationship. This is a partner. You're in love with them, but right now it just seems like it's complicated to kind of figure out communication between the two of you. Because it looks like somebody would like this. Feels like this is some type of family togetherness. Maybe you're wanting to live under one roof with someone. But the problem is you feel like they're immature. They act absolutely childish. Or that's just the way that the communication has been going lately. Currently, it feels like there's someone that would like to speak to you, and it might be an air sign, or perhaps Aries, you may want to speak to an air sign. An Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Maybe that's somebody that you feel that you lost. Gemini. Okay, for some of you, that air sign is a Gemini individual. You got to start right beneath that. Air signs, besides your own energy, Aries are the star of this show this week. Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. You got a Cancerian and a Leo. Well, you got Taurus, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Yeah, Scorpio is definitely a highlighted sign here. I think you might be thinking about leaving home. You or someone in your household. Because it looks like what's going on in your household this week is somebody's ignoring you, ignoring some type of issue, or you're avoiding somebody. This is a child. You might feel like your child is rebellious and they give you a lot of pushback and they don't listen. But to be honest, it just seems like there's a child that wants to be heard in this situation. They want you to hear them out about some type of matter that you might feel is trivial, but to them, they feel like it means a lot to them. And it seems like there might be a child around you this week that might really be struggling. And somebody that feels like you're putting them on the back burner. They feel like you, Aries, or cross-watcher are just absolutely inconsistent. And I think that that's creating some type of an issue. It's causing somebody to question whether or not they should really move on. Because it looks like there's some type of big life change that you're making. This has something to do with a child. I think there's a child in your situation, Aries, that might also be a fire sign child, another Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, someplace in their chart. It doesn't have to be that that's the case, but that's really the highlighted, featured sign that I'm seeing right now. There's a child that may feel like they can't tell you face to face what they're really feeling and thinking. Yeah. This is a kid that, it seems like there's a kid that might feel like there's favoritism going on. Somebody might feel like they can't tell you face to face about a financial issue. Okay. That's what this is feeling like. Somebody feels like there's something that can't really be discussed face to face. Because like I said, it just seems like somebody wants to talk to you. Aries or cross watcher, but they feel like they can't get through to you. There's a Sagittarius person that is very depressed. Observer. So maybe you're observing something about your situation. You might be witnessing something this week. Aries, and I'm struggling not to say Gemini. Maybe your gripe is with a Gemini. Maybe that's who you have an issue with, because choose your battles. You also have Libra. Yeah, Aries, some of you are dealing with a Libra. It just seems like somebody's trying to choose their battle. That's what I mean. Somebody is trying to choose their battles. They can't tell you face to face because they feel like you're going to criticize them. They feel like they're going to take an L if they're openness. I think that that's what somebody wishes, that they could be in this situation, that they could be open. It just feels like there's something that's causing someone. It might be a habit, because it seems like somebody has a tendency to isolate and to push people away. But it seems like there's a deeper reason. You got a lot going on in your headspace this week, Aries Nation. It seems like you're really focused on the past. Maybe this is why it's difficult for you to open up, because maybe you've had bad past experiences with putting your heart on the line. We talked about that in the beginning. Somebody was careless with your feelings. Pisces. Let me talk about a Pisces, because there's definitely a Pisces in this situation. Maybe you're Aries Pisces. Maybe that's what I'm seeing. Somebody's a smoker. And somebody has a throat infection. I don't know if it's a sore throat. Random side note. Just want to put that out there while I see it. Let's see. There's a child they want to know. They want to feel loved. Or there may be a child that wants to say something to you, but it just seems like you're busy, you're always working. It doesn't have to be a child. It could be whoever this is. Yeah. It seems like Aries Nation, this week, you're keeping your silence from someone deliberately. Someone is feeling ghosted, kind of feeling blocked off from you at this moment in time. This feels like you're really glued to, what am I trying to say? IG. You're really glued to the internet. You're really tuning into something. Something has pulled in your interest. You got a lot of fears this week. You got some fears that are trapping you. Some of you, this trapped situation has something to do with being in the house. Either I did say you want to move. You're thinking about leaving. So maybe you do. You feel trapped in a lease. You feel trapped in some type of living arrangement. And it seems like somebody wants out of this. Why? What's going on? Seems like you've been arguing with someone, giving someone the silent treatment. It seems like Aries Nation, you're, like I talked about this, you have a lot of love for someone, but it just is looking to like someone because of the fact that you're not talking to them. They're under the impression that this relationship is over and that you're not really open to giving this a second chance. Let's talk about online observer. Okay, so maybe you're watching this online. You're, like I said, you're observing something, or this is someone observing something about you. Your sleep schedule is messed up, Aries. It looks like you're tired, and some of you are in some type of legal trouble. Some of you, not everyone, but some of you, there's somebody, I kind of want to say this might be a police officer. You're being targeted by the system. Somebody's real grimy. Aries Nation. Somebody thinks they're real funny. So is somebody roasting you, Aries? Maybe you're doing this to somebody. Oh yeah, somebody's feeling a lot of resentment about something. A lot of hurt feelings. Somebody is feeling, I don't know, maybe this is how you see them. Maybe you see them as bitter, angry. Are they this way in actuality? No, I think somebody's just going through something. I think you're dealing with someone, Aries Nation or crosswatcher, that's going through their own personal storm. They're feeling lost at this time. And maybe they don't feel like they can be honest with you and tell you face to face what they're really going through. Because I'm getting different scenarios for some of you. Some of you, this is, you're involved in a third party. Some of you. And somebody left you for someone else. They made another choice when it came to love. This might be what you're watching online. You're watching them move on, and it seems like they're happy, but it seems like somebody is not really being honest. It's not like an honest representation of, it's not the truth. This is a masquerade of some type. And whoever this is that's watching you, Aries, or you're watching someone, they're not saying anything. They're keeping silent. But I feel that somebody in this situation is envious of the other one. Okay, I think I see what's going on. I think somebody's really critical. Very, yes, but destructive. You got to be dealing with a Taurus. Because this seems like, and a Scorpio. I know I mentioned Scorpio already. But yeah, this seems like someone that you're dealing with. This is why you're avoiding them. For that reason. And I mentioned some type of legal situation. Somebody is misusing some type of authority in business or some type of authority. They're misusing it. And there's something going on with some type of legal situation, and with someone having to do with something having to do with the legal system. It's definitely some type of, there's an ongoing issue with that. That might be something that's bringing you down. Yeah. Let's see. So this person is just very critical. Somebody is criticizing you, Aries. This is why you're avoiding them. You might be having some very, this seems like the dream world is very active for you this week, Aries Nation. Bear with me, Aries. I'm really trying to see what's going on. Somebody has an alcohol issue, it feels like. Vulnerability and freedom. Okay. I think this is you. I did say that maybe you are choosing to keep your distance from certain people. You're isolating yourself. Vulnerability and freedom. I think someone wants there to be a situation that exists where they can be themselves and they don't feel like they have to walk on eggshells or be judged at every moment about every move that they're making. And it seems like it's a task, you might feel, for you to be vulnerable and open up to a particular individual, because it just seems like it's difficult for love to really grow in this situation. And it just seems like there's a lot of animosity with this. Somebody in your situation is very judgmental. And I think it's bringing somebody down. It seems like this is causing someone to go inward. And what I mean by that is, rather than talking and being open about their feelings, it looks like somebody is shutting down because of the fact that they're depressed, they're sad. Or it has something to do with what is said or what was said in an argument. And with the crossing energy being release, it seems like there's someone that finds it difficult to release something that was said between a Libra. For some of you, this is a Libra and a Virgo. A Libra and a Cancerian. Somebody with Cancer placements. It's difficult to release this. It's difficult to let this go. It seems like it's on someone's mind constantly, and this is what they're clinging to. A past argument or some type of hurtful word or action that was taken in a situation, and it just seems like somebody is avoiding talking to someone, or this is somebody avoiding the issue. So this is why there's silence between you and this person. You don't talk to them. There's no actions taken to maybe go and approach this person. And in some instances, this feels like it's due to the fact that somebody feels that the other person is shady. So this is why somebody has put up a boundary. There's been a bridge that has been burned in this situation, because that's exactly the case. Someone feels burned by someone. Yeah, freedom. If this peace offering at the bottom, if this is a love relationship, I think the fact that it seems like somebody wants to cut this off. They feel cut off from you, or this is someone making a decision to cut somebody off and let this go because they want their freedom. Or this could be a child. They feel like there's a parent that rules with an iron fist, and they want freedom to be able to be themselves, or to be able to breathe and exist, because they might feel like there's a parent that's always breathing down their throat or always on their back about something. This week it looks like Aries nation, somebody could be in the military, possibly there's some type of military background. This week it seems like someone wants to come in and make a peace offering. So this could no doubt be someone thinking about reaching out to you. Peace offering, choose peace. Detached from drama. So this is why somebody's keeping their distance. They feel like somebody comes with a lot of drama. They're loud. They're obnoxious. They run their mouth too much. They don't know when to listen. They don't know when to stop talking, basically. Yeah, this is the issue. Somebody does not want to change. And I think somebody is recognizing that this week. So there's this feeling of avoidance. I'm going to avoid you. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to deal with you. Because you feel like it's like difficult to really trust. Because this person has shown you the same thing over and over again. That they're not really committed to this. Yeah, I think that's the issue. Somebody is very flirtatious, Aries Nation. So like I said, somebody might be thinking about leaving a situation here. Questioning whether or not it's time to move on, transformation and change. So I feel like for some of you, maybe you are moving. I mentioned that. It seems like that's something that's either up for debate or it's something that you're not sure of. It seems like something is kind of up in the air for you right now, as far as moving is concerned, as far as a living situation. Let's see. What's up? What is going on with the Aries Nation? Let's see what's going on with your living situation. Some of you, this feels like you have roommates. You live in a crowded house. You have a big family, maybe. It just seems like there's confusion in your household. 3 of Swords again. Yeah, somebody's really hurt about something. As for some of you, it's a child. Okay. Somebody won't initiate a conversation, it looks like. Maybe that's what this is. You may need to talk about a move. Or about how you really feel. Is somebody leaving? I couldn't tell you face to face, and then I see somebody walking away. Somebody could be deciding to maybe move out on you. So I feel like somebody's skipping the rent. I don't know, I'm hearing skipping bail. Somebody might need bail money. There's a lot of references here to, this feels like this has something to do with a court situation, a legal matter. Maybe somebody is behind bars. Or that might be a fear of someone's in this situation. Got some people running their mouth. This feels like this is somebody talking about a situation, not to your face, but behind your, yes, not to your face, but behind your back. There's a lot of chatter going on. There's some conversations that you're being excluded from. Aries or cross-watcher. Maybe that's the issue. Maybe word got back to you about what somebody said behind your back. And maybe that's something that's really depressing you, because it does seem like somebody witnessed something or overheard something and it got back to the other person. Yeah. Some of you, like I said before, you're having an issue with your kid. You see them as rebellious. Somebody's a workaholic. They say you're online a lot. Maybe you have an online business. Excuse me. Or this is just you keeping yourself entertained. Wow, we got the Tower. Something's going on at work. For some of you, Aries Nation, that's where the cheating is taking place. They're attracted to somebody at work, possibly. Somebody's spending a lot of time at work, it looks like. Maybe you work from home. Maybe that's becoming an issue. Maybe you want to separate your work life from your home life. You have an accident, Aries? Car accident. Or maybe something's going on with your car. You might be needing your car towed. You might need a mechanic. You're getting some money. Do the mail. Okay. It looks like maybe you got some bills that you're trying to sort out this week. Maybe that's the issue. Yeah, somebody's definitely leaving a situation. This is similar to Pisces. You have Two of Swords here. I think somebody wants to know the truth about something, because somebody feels like the other person is pulling the wool over their eyes. They're lying about something. But like I said, yeah, whatever somebody's lying about, it seems like it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt somebody's feelings. So I think somebody is avoiding talking to somebody because they don't want to hurt somebody or whatever. They don't want to hurt someone's feeling. Oh, this is a conversation about money, this feels like. Okay, this looks like home and work are kind of mixed up together. So whatever is going on at work might be spilling over to your home life. The Tower. Okay. Somebody's going to be pissed about something. Hurt, angry. Like I said, there's some type of animosity about something that somebody sees. Somebody feels like you're trying to hide something from them. Aries Nation or Cross Watcher, they're going to see the truth about it. And they're upset. Then there's a Gemini. So there could be some type of a confrontation. Or somebody comes across something, they witness something for themselves, and it confirms maybe what they were thinking and feeling about a particular situation. For some of you, this is an elder. Okay. It seems like somebody said something. Somebody said no to a particular situation. And it seems like this week, Aries Nation, someone would like you to reconsider something. For some of you, this could be a job. Somebody could be calling you back for a job. Somebody could be, you might be reconsidering going back to an old job. And that might be something that you're making a decision about. And just as a random side note, it seems like Aries, maybe you've been sick. Did I mention this sore throat? Yeah, something going on with your throat. This is why I feel like there's a Taurus. You have something going on with your throat. There's an infection. You've been ill for a while. I definitely sense mental illness, but it seems like you're recovering from an illness. You're getting better. Or some type of an injury. I mentioned an accident. Did you fall? Or maybe there's a car accident. I don't know. You have some type of an injury, I feel, and you're getting over it this week. Okay. At work, or wherever this is, in some type of setting, it seems like you are having conflicts with certain individuals because you have an opposing opinion. We talked about that. We saw that card that said detach from drama. So I think this is you evaluating whether or not the situation is really worth your time. But judging by the fact that the Queen of Swords is here, I feel like you don't think that it is. But there is a situation, Aries Nation or Cross Watcher, that comes up where you may feel like you need to stand up for yourself. When it comes to work, though, it feels like you work around some very ambitious people. And it seems like something is causing you to feel a little bit unhappy with your work situation. Seems like in the background of your situation, maybe you are thinking about going on a trip. You're definitely trying to decide what's next. It could be with work. Because it looks like you're making some type of long-term plans or long-term goals. But when it comes to your decision making, Aries Nation, it seems like it's a lack of self-confidence that keeps you in one place. It seems like there's something that you may want to pursue, but it seems like you're afraid to go after this. So it seems like this week, Aries Nation, it's time to evaluate whether or not, retreat. I think you want to go on a retreat. I think you want to go on a trip. I think there's a desire for an escape plan. I'm hearing escape route. You might want to, I don't know, I'm getting fire. Is there a fire? Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. You want to go on a retreat. Didn't I said something about a legal situation. I guess this is a cop. I see somebody who's corrupt or some type of, I don't know if it's a politician, but there's definitely somebody that's This could be at work. This could be a company that you work for that's corrupt. Yeah, there's definitely some type of corruption that I feel like you're witnessing. I do. It could be at work. There's somebody around you that, like I said, you're witnessing this. You're observing this. You're the observer of it. Returning. I did say that some of you might be thinking about returning to a job, or this could no doubt be that maybe somebody did leave and somebody is returning this week to your household situation, to your living situation. Maybe you have been arguing. I did say that. And you've been avoiding talking. Somebody's returning to maybe have a conversation with you. Yes, sinking union. So it seems like there's a Scorpio possibly that's trying to make up with you, or have a conversation with you. It has everything to do with the past. Something didn't work out between you and someone in particular. Somebody's thinking about reaching out, talking. Okay, leaving or travel. Confirmation all over the place. Oh. Is this a baby? You have a child? This might be your baby's dad. You might have a baby with someone. This is what you're seeing. You had your suspicion that something was going on behind your back, and I think you get proof about it. Somebody's been lying to you about the fact that they've been doing some stuff, doing some dirt behind your back. Okay, like I did say in the beginning, somebody's real grimy. And then you got, yeah, you definitely have some type of legal situation. Somebody in this situation is maybe getting some type of legal advice. Or I feel like somebody could be going to immigration. So you might be getting something legalized. Maybe you need to go to the notary. You might need to get some paperwork notarized. Gotta be dealing with a Pisces. Whenever I see a leprechaun, it makes me think of Pisces. St. Patrick's Day. So Pisces, Aries cusp. Maybe I guess that's close to the cusp. So back to this work thing, okay? I think you work around some very ambitious people. Like I said, though, some of you work from home. You might do some type of work online. Or maybe you have an aspiration to do so. Okay, with work, yes. I think the next step with some type of long-term plan for long-term goals. Some of you, this is school. I'm going to say something that sounds so random. But remember I mentioned that somebody is in the system. They're in some type of institution. They're in jail. It feels like it's due to theft. Okay. Somebody might have some type of a court hearing or an indictment. What I do see is that somebody was murdered. That's not everybody's story, but I definitely see that. Somebody is a thief. Somebody was caught red-handed doing something. And it doesn't have to be like literal. The great detective. Are you being investigated? Maybe that's the corrupt cop that I was talking about. A detective. Somebody's investigating something. Like I said, it might be a partner that's suspicious. They're investigating something. Or this is, like I said, some type of legal situation. So back to this whole, yeah. You have some type of long-term goal, I feel. Or some of you, maybe you're in school and maybe you're looking to maybe study something else. Maybe you're looking to change your major. But it looks like there's some good news coming in as far as work is concerned. Or school. This feels like this might be student loans or some type of money that comes in to kind of tide you over, Aries Nation, because it looks like maybe your pockets might be in need of this money. Maybe it's a pay week for you. You might feel that somebody around you is very selfish, though. And maybe they're not helping out when it comes to finances. Oh, it might kind of tide you over, it looks like, because maybe there's been either a loss in income. It seems like it. Or you're not sure what you're doing with your work. But some money comes in. This might be money that you were not really you know, really expecting. And it kind of just comes in this week. Over the next 7 days, you might either get news of it, or this money just kind of is dispersed into your account. And it seems like it shows up at the right time. Telling you there's somebody that you're suspicious of. You feel like somebody's lying about something. You have a feeling about it. Be careful about your worries this week, Aries. It seems like you're really worried about something. I think it's a financial situation. And like I said, I think it's a combination of a financial and a living situation. Maybe this is why your sleep schedule is messed up. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep. You're staying up, worried, entertaining your worries, not getting any rest, and then knocking out during the day. You guys are really urging you to refocus your thoughts, Aries. Because it seems like the thoughts that you're thinking are circular. It doesn't get you to any type of resolution. It's just that your thoughts end up stressing you out. You might be looking back on some things. You might be looking back on some opportunities that you feel that you missed. Somebody have a motorcycle? Yeah, it seems like there's some choices that are haunting you. Some choices that maybe you wish that you had made. Some things that maybe you wish you had done differently. Since I was talking about the past, it feels like it has a lot to do with that. Something is affecting your... Are you getting a new car? Like I said, you might need a mechanic. You might need a car fixed, Aries. You might need to make some changes with your eating habits, Aries. It looks like you're eating things that make you feel... It seems like you're eating junk food. And it seems like you're paying for it in poor health. Like the things that you're eating are causing you to make you feel unwell. You're afraid to make some type of change. It seems like you're procrastinating on certain decisions. This week, Aries, somebody's pregnant. Random side note. Or some of you gave birth recently. Maybe you have a toddler. And maybe you're trying to make some decisions for the sake of a child. Trying to come up with some type of strategy or solution when it comes to a child's education. If this isn't your education, it looks like you're looking out for somebody else's education. A child in particular, a grandchild, a nephew, a niece. Oh, you're making a lot of comparisons. It seems like you're envious of someone. I think you're dealing with somebody who could be very possessive as well, Aries. It seems like you're comparing yourself to someone. It could be some type of sibling rivalry. Somebody, an architect. It looks like you're making some type of plans. And it seems like the plans that you're making, you got to make them kind of quickly. It seems like you have to move on something really quickly, Aries Nation. But it seems like, I think that might be an issue. Maybe you are kind of moving too fast. To the point that maybe you feel like you're not finishing what you started. It's just kind of things just kind of like fall by the wayside. I think, like I said before, you've been going through some financial issues. I think you're making some changes when it comes to the way that you're spending your money. Something is moving you out of your comfort zone. It seems like this is a difficult transition. It's a painful transition that you're making, but it just seems like it's necessary, Aries. A cross watcher. I think you're looking for success. Like I said, and maybe that's where you're kind of like going too fast with something. It seems like it's going to take patience to get where you want to be. I think this is a financial goal. I think someone that has some type of military background is coming to see you. Or you might hear from this person this week. You might be excited to hear from them or see them. I think whatever this is that you're confused about, your guides step in this week. Struggling not to say Capricorn. Your guides come in to give you clarity about something. Yeah. Did you misplace your keys, Aries? I think you might be finding your keys this week. Some of you, maybe you're getting a key to a new place. Since you're moving, it seems like you're in a time crunch for something. You got a lot going on in the reading. You're at issues with children. No one's listening. It seems like someone is causing a lot of frustration in the household because they don't want to listen and hear someone out. It has someone feeling like they want to leave because they want peace and they feel like their environment is full of drama and they just want to go somewhere else. They want to go on a vacation or they just want to avoid being home. Financial situations look like they have the ability to get better. It just seems like you're going to have to trust your decision making about something that's coming up. It seems like you are still hurt about something that didn't work out. Aries Nation or Cross Watcher. Maybe you're wondering if you made the right choice, but it just seems like you're making the choice to move on from something as difficult as it is. This week, Aries Nation or Cross Watcher, because things can be kind of sensitive. Conversation-wise, approaching a situation can be kind of difficult. It seems like if this is something that genuinely matters to you and this is something that you want to repair, it may take for someone to listen and to listen deeply, listen to the context clues, because I think that somebody is not going to be completely straightforward about what they're saying. But I think you'll notice it in someone's body language. It looks like you're observing someone and you'll notice that something is off with someone. They're isolating themselves. They're going through some type of a depression. Yeah, somebody is hurt about the fact that somebody left. But I think somebody is leaving because they need to focus on their healing. And maybe in this particular environment, because there's no peace about something, and somebody realizes that there's definitely a deeper issue here, they're leaving so that they can put the focus on what they need to put the focus on, is their own personal healing. Because it seems like the fact that someone has not healed from something in particular, it's creating a problem in this relationship. Okay. Again, you got a legal situation, a court situation that is just really racking your brain. It's been frustrating you for the longest time, Aries. It seems like that might be coming to an end and you might be able to, it seems like you're able to move on with your life and leave something behind. It just seems like you're not sure about a work situation this week. Things are up in the air with a work situation, and I think you're concerned about a living situation. And I think you're not wanting to be trapped. So I think you're choosing carefully, Aries Nation. But be careful about being reckless with your spending, or this is what you have a concern about. You're seeing that somebody spends recklessly. They plow through money. They plow through money like it's water. They spend money like it's water. I think you have an issue with it. I promise you, somebody's hoarding money. Like they have it, but they don't want to contribute it. And I think that that's a big issue somewhere in your situation. Holy Spirit, anything else that you have for the Aries Nation? Seems like you got some distractions this week, Aries Nation. Some things that are going to pull you away from your anxiety. Maybe you do need to maybe distract yourself from anxiety. But I guess I was trying to say things that kind of distract yourself from your priorities. Oh, this might be, I was talking to you about the past. It seems like, yeah, that's what's distracting you, your feelings. You're constantly thinking about the past. So maybe this is why you're passing up opportunities or missing out on them, because you're distracted by your emotions this week. You gotta be dealing with a Gemini, it seems like. Magic. Magic is belief in yourself. If you can do that, you can make anything happen. Yeah. I think magic takes place in your mind first. So I think that there's something that maybe you are trying to bring to fruition, but we talked about this belief in yourself and there being a lack thereof. This week it feels like there's some type of mental shift, Aries Nation. You get some type of clarity about why. Thank you. Right beneath that, clarity. You get some type of clarity, something clicks for you about why something hasn't been working or something hasn't been going to plan. And it has everything to do with the way that you're thinking. You're thinking about lack, about what you don't have. You're focused on the wrong things this week. And through offering even the most mundane problem can be a sacrament. Yeah, I think you're thinking about mundane problems. But I think that there are certain things this week, Aries Nation, that might be necessary for you to turn over to your spirit guides, because it seems like these are the things that you're focused on. You got to have air in your chart, because this looks like you're either dealing with an air sign, or this is you. You have air in your chart. Turn these mundane issues over to spirit, because it looks like your spirit guides are coming to your rescue. They're ready to help you out with something that just seems absolutely confusing. You might have some people on the internet, since I was telling you that you're on the internet. Random, you have bugs around you. Strangers. You have strangers around your house too, just kind of like watching you. Or maybe trying to act like they're not watching you. But I think these are people on the internet. On the internet doing magic on you? I don't know. Aries, bright future. Stop worrying. Everything is going to be fine. So this is what I was talking to you about. You're worried about mundane problems. Like giving into defeat, feeling like things are not going to work out, kind of jumping to conclusions. Your guides are saying everything is going to be fine, Aries Nation. Some of you have some type of, you sing or you act. You do something pertaining to the arts. You might write music. Maybe that's something that you're afraid of. Maybe it is. Maybe you're afraid you have stage fright, or you're afraid to put your talent on display in some type of way. This situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. I think this is in terms of a legal situation, but I think this is also in terms of karma. Someone has dealt with you absolutely unfairly, Aries, or someone feels like you're doing this to them. Your spirit guides are definitely around to bring something to justice. Guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. Clarity we talked about. Guidance. Banish the fog of illusions. Open your eyes to the truth. Remember the perfection of who you are. The fog of illusion. I think what the illusion is your fearful thoughts. Call on your guides. We talked about that just a moment ago. They're going to tell you that everything is going to be okay. They may have been telling you that for the longest time, Aries Nation. But in this mindset, it might be difficult for you to kind of hear that clearly. This week, it seems like something comes in that gives you some type of guidance, some type of clarity that you're on the right path. And it will give you the right action to take. Wow, karma. This is exactly the case. You feel like you've been treated unfairly with somebody that is around you. Karma comes back around for someone. This week it does. It feels like you're going through some type of an awakening, Aries Nation. And maybe you have a heightened intuition. Maybe your intuition this week is stronger than usual. But even though you're working on your intuition, it just seems like there is a need to go outdoors. Talked about retreat and traveling. I think it might be beneficial for you to go out in nature, go outside, because it seems like the indoors cause you to go within the four walls of your mind, and that might be where you're feeling some type of entrapment is in your mind. Yeah, maybe you've been having some type of creator's block. I think this week, maybe by going outside and breaking the monotony, you might get some type of new ideas. Anticipation and destiny. Okay. Something wonderful is happening. Changes in the air. Open yourself to blessings on their way. Align with your mission. Align with your purpose. You have gifts to share with the world. All right. I think this is you anticipating something really positive happening. It feels like you do have some type of gift. I think your gift is connected to some type of awakening that's taking place. It just feels like this week you might need to focus on healing in order to feel like you're at your best, to be able to do what this is that you need to do. It seems like healing is getting in the way of something. Prosperity. Focus on the positive and more good will come. Give thanks for blessing, and they will multiply. Prosperity begins in the mind. Thank you, spirit guides. Your mind, Aries Nation, sets the tone. Manifestation. Yes. Like I said, there's something you want to bring into fruition. But like I said, it's not, you're only going to materialize the same thing over and over. Aries Nation, with no real change. Because of the way that you're thinking, because these are the things that you're manifesting, the same old hurt, disappointed thoughts. You got to switch your mindset in order to see what's going on in your situation change. And like I said before, earlier in the reading, I think that's the mental change. Something clicks for you this week, and it helps you make some type of shift to improve your situation. Because this might be a situation, Aries Nation, where you might realize, okay, I'm the blockage. You are blocking your own blessings because of the way that you're thinking, your outlook on certain things, all this self-doubt, all of this fear-based thoughts is blocking you. It's keeping you from living in peace. It's keeping you from true love because of all these what if and negative scenarios that might be swirling around in your head this week. This concludes your 7-day forecast with Angelic Ascensions. If you like my content and you feel like this reading was helpful, Aries Nation, give this reading a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel if you have not already subscribed. Consider leaving a comment below, Aries Nation. You never know how you're praying for me on this video.